Hello. So I'll show how you can set up Firebase with Next.js within like 5 minutes, and I'll try to keep it under 5 minutes. And just to give a heads up, I'll be covering how you can set up the client-side Firebase authentication library, and every routing, everything will be set up, and you will be able to access the authentication on the server side. Everything will be done. Routing, everything will be done. So yeah, and couple of client-side, components also, like to show the authentication status, and just to give the user some feedback. So yeah, that much will be done. And before getting started, I'll one more key information. I'll be using this package called Nextfire.js, which will kind of like manage everything, like communicating with Firebase, all those things, and getting the components also to run. So I'll be using that package. So I'll just get started right away. So I already have a project set up which doesn't have anything in it. It's just an npx create next app. I've created a Next.js app, nothing more. So you can choose to go for TypeScript, or you can just stay with JavaScript. Doesn't really make much of difference. So the first thing to be done is you need to install this package Nextfire.js. So I'll just install it in Nextfire.js. So yeah, while that's getting installed, I'll just give a heads up on what's the way forward. So for this to work, we'll have to somehow set up our Next.js project with our Firebase account, and somehow connect them together, right? So for that, I'll be using another script from the same package Nextfire.js, and with that script, it will be able to get all the credentials, all the required credentials from Firebase, and get that added to the project. And I'll further explain how to keep them secure and all before production. But yeah, for now, this is to be understood, like this package will take care of routing and everything. And if you look here right now, yeah, it just have installed the package. But once we run the script, npx Nextfire.js setup, this is supposed to authenticate our Firebase account with this Next.js project. So prerequisite, you need to have created a Firebase project. So that's it. That's the only prerequisite that's required. So yeah, once I run this, I'll be taken to authenticate, and select a Firebase account. I'll authenticate. It will need some permissions, like almost complete control of Google Cloud. Yeah, that's it. Once you allow it, you can come back, and yeah, there you can select from the different projects that you have. So I'll choose the Firebase project that I wish to use. Then I have to choose a Firebase service account, which is like a robot kind of account that's used to authenticate automatically whenever Nextjs want to communicate with Firebase. So I'll go with Firebase administrator, which is like the default service account that's used for Firebase actions. And it will then check if there is any registered web app within the Firebase app. If your web app is a fresh one, it won't be having any app here, so you'll have to create a new app, which can be done just like this. So I'll create this new app. I'll give it a name, new app. Yeah, it will just get created, and yeah, I'll wait for that to happen. Yeah, it's done. So now there's again the list, and I can just choose the new app that I created. Yeah, my new app. Yeah, that's it. It's done. If you look right now, you have two new files that have come up here. One is the Firebase app configuration, which is I'll open this one, not the other one. So this is like something that goes to the client side, and this is just used to somehow identify the client to the Firebase client side stuff. So, and the second one is Firebase service account. This is very sensitive information, and you will have to hide this when you are going to production. You cannot just leave it like this. I'll explain how to do that. So yeah, once you have two of these files, where's this? Yeah, Babel is showing problems. So if in case that you get this error that you cannot find the module next / Babel, you have to just go to ESLint and add this one. Instead of giving it as one string, you can create it as a list of strings and add Babel to it, and yeah, that's it. It's done now. So yeah, you have a couple of things pre-configured. First, you have these two authentication stuff, and then there are a couple of new routes. So I'm using the app router here. So app router will have created an authentication pages directory, and inside that three different routes. These were added by the script that we just run. So before going to like explanation of each of these things, I'll just show a demonstration of how it works. And this this middleware also added automatically. So I'll just run it anyway. Before running, there's one final thing to be done, that is um, add, like, wrap the whole thing of body inside this class called Next.js provider. And yeah, import it, of course. Client slash auth. Yeah, you have this imported, and this should be good to go actually. npm run dev. So I'll try to run this. It should really work. Let me see. Yeah, it's building right now. Yeah, see, it took me to a login page which did not exist. If it was just a starter project, it would have took me to the Next.js create app created page. So this is actually working with the authentication stuff we actually did right now. So I'm trying to log in with Google right now. I'll choose any account that I want, and yeah, here I am. I'm logged in. Yeah, that's it. Authentication is working right now. So I'm on the home page. I'm back on the home page. So I'll try to just like show that this actually worked. So I'll try to you know show how. So let's say just let's replace this Next.js button with a profile button, which is provided by, again, this package. So I'll add a profile button here. It doesn't take any stuff there. So yeah, here I have the profile button, the profile which I logged in with. So here it is. I can log out. It will be taken to the login page. So if I try to access anything within that page, I'll be taken to that login page. I can again log in. I can try to create an account with email and password. Everything works right away. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The basic authentication is done, and I'll demonstrate a couple of more things, how you can access the user object on the client side and the server side. So as you can see, this is the home page, and home page by default is a server side page, and how you can access the user object on the server side. So it's pretty straightforward. Const user is wait get user server side. That's it. And the function get user server side is imported from, I'll show. See, that's it. And of course it should be a synchronous function. Server side components can be asynchronous. So yeah, there it is. The user is there right away, and yeah, it's a promise of decoded ID token which comes from Firebase itself. So yeah, I'll try to print the user's name also there just below that. So user, only if the user exists, and this email. I'll just print the email. I'll just print the email. Yeah, let me try now. Yeah, I have to log in, of course. Yeah, I reloaded within when the authentication was going on, right? So I'll log in once more. See, there it is. The email is accessed on the server side. That's it. Yeah, the same thing could be done on client side. The only difference is that you, instead of using get user ss, which stands for get user server side, you can import the function called get user client side, get user cs, which is imported from Next.js slash client slash auth. So there's nothing really different. You can go to the official documentation if you need further information on how to do that. And yeah, the final thing, before production, you need to remove this file from anywhere that you are trying to push to, because this is sensitive information. So what you could do is you could run this script called, just a second, you could run this script called npx nextfire.js get env, which will print what environment shape variable should be added to your whichever environment you are pushing to. And once you copy that, I won't run this right now, or I could run this right now. Yeah, I'll hide most of it. Right, that's fine, no problem. Oh, no, no. Just a moment. I did not go into the directly, and that's why. Yeah. Now I'll try to run this once more. Get env. Uh, See, it has printed out the whole uh, environment variable just above this line. So I'm not showing the whole thing just because of security and stuff. So once you copy this and paste it into your environment, you can just delete this, and you delete this service account file, and it will still work. So yeah, that's it. That's how you can set up the whole thing in. I cannot see how much time it took, but yeah, that's it. That's it. Uh, if you have any questions, doubts, feel free to comment it, and I'll try to answer it. Thank you.